Exercises for Injuries blog readers. I'm here with Mike Robertson. Mike Robertson's going to be in Vancouver doing 2 seminars, or as we call them up here, courses, on December 11th and 12th on the knee and the lower back. So I wanted to interview Mike a little bit so you get an idea of who Mike is and what he's going to go through during those courses in December when it comes to the knees and back. So Mike, I'll get you to introduce yourself to the listeners.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rick. Obviously, I'm Mike Robertson. I'm a strength coach and personal trainer based out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And I essentially have 2 different roles or companies that I'm a part of. The first is Robertson Training Systems. That is essentially my consulting-based business, and I do a lot of things there. If you go to robertsontrainingsystems.com, you can find articles, blog posts, a podcast, video clips, all kinds of different resources. But essentially my goal there is to help educate other trainers, strength coaches, maybe even some physical therapists, and of course the lay fitness consumer that's just interested in learning more about their body. So a lot of information there. Definitely check that out. And then I also own a gym here in Indianapolis called Indianapolis Fitness and Sports Training, and there we focus on group exercise, generally small groups of 2 to 4 at a time. We're hoping to add boot camps in the next 6 to 8 months, and just a great little fitness facility that we've developed over the last 2 years. So obviously a lot on my plate and a lot of things to keep me going and staying busy.
Excellent. So you're coming up to Vancouver December 11th and 12th, and you're going to do 2 courses or seminars, Bulletproofing Your Client's Knees and Bulletproofing Your Client's Lower Back. So maybe we can start off with, so on Saturday, December 11th, you're going to go through the lower back. So maybe we can kind of talk about, what can people expect when they attend the course? Like, what are you going to go through?
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a fantastic 2-day course, and I think the people that walk away from it are honestly going to be head over heels above the other clients and other trainers that they may be currently associated with. When we dive in on Saturday, we're going to start with the lower back, and I think we're going to really give you guys some of the educational materials that you might not have gotten. I know when I went to university, we got very little anatomy. We got very little practical advice for training. So essentially, we're going to give you all the tools necessary to understand how to effectively program and design and coach clients through low back safe workouts. When we start the day off, we're going to cover the anatomy, all the little things you need to know, why the lumbar spine is built or designed the way that it is, why the muscle groups are laid out in a specific architecture. And we're going to really start to show you guys how the anatomy and the structure dictates the function that goes on throughout your body. From there, we're going to take you guys through the assessments that we use at our gym. We'll cover static assessments. We'll cover dynamic assessments. So you can start to see what's working right with your clients or your athletes and what's not working right. Because the assessment really is the starting point for your program design. If you're not assessing your clients right now, you really are kind of guessing as to what they need. So we'll give you guys all the assessment tools, and then we're going to cover actual program design for clients that have lower back issues or that are, trying to improve their lower back health. And then finally, we're going to finish it off with some coaching. Because you could write the best program known to man. If you can't effectively coach your clients through their workouts, and if you can't minimize their risk, worst case scenario, they're not going to get better, or even worse, they could get injured again. So it's really going to be an all-encompassing course as far as low back care and lower back health.
Okay. And then looking at the Sunday, the December 12th, we're going to focus on knees. And what can people expect attending that course/seminar?
Absolutely. It's obviously going to be very similar in layout with regards to how the lower back day looks. We're going to cover the anatomy of the knee, why it's designed the way that it is, how the joint-by-joint approach influences how you should effectively train the knee. We're going to give you some specific tests or assessments with regards to knees. We'll cover the program design design and the coaching. But I think a lot of people out there have some questions about the knees. There's a lot of people that are still doing archaic type stuff like leg extension and leg curls with their clients. If somebody's in knee pain, we need to be very focused on that aspect when we start developing programming and when we start coaching them. And the thing that I find both with knees and with lower backs is that the programming is a little bit subpar in a lot of cases, but where we really can make a huge difference is if we start to be able to see what's going on at the knee or at the lower back, so that when we start to coach our clients, we can see those little issues that may be causing their dysfunction and get them out of pain so that they can move and train effectively again. So they're going to be very similar in content and scope. There's obviously going to be overlap, but at the same time, I think you're going to have a really good idea, regardless of what day you come from, you're going to have a really good idea of how to train your clients for optimal health and performance if you come to these seminars.